Yo, shout out to Sir Bravian for such a magnificent song. So, kick it off, bruv. The whole slate is coming. Let's get it.
Well, I was too hit like a thunder roll. Shook the
Come on, guys.
faithful right down to their soul.
There's a lot to talk about
They
tonight.
thought exclusives were a fortress wall, but
Let's
now
talk about it.
those walls,
Come on
they start to fall.
Let's get it.
Final Fantasy remake, Death Stranding 2, showing up on Xbox. What you gonna do? Fanboys crying, petitions in hand, but real gamers just understand. Whole slate's coming, hear the thunder roll.
Hit the like button, guys.
Whole slate's coming, crashing through your soul. Whole slate's coming, no escaping fate. Whole slate's coming through the Game Pass gate. Fanboys crying, shouting in vain. You lost your grip and losing your game. Could have spoke with your wallet, but you stood still.
Yeah, man.
Xbox to experience the whole damn thrill. Whole slate's coming, Joel and Ellie too.
Yeah.
Whole slate's coming, intergalactic coming through. Whole slate's coming, watch Killzone ignite. Whole slate's coming, I feel like resistance tonight.
Where is factions? Where is factions?
She's over there.
Is factions?
She gone, man.
She gone. She's over
Last
there.
of us taking a brand new ride. Shadow of the Colossus standing by Xbox's side. Uncharted treasures ready to show. Sackboy packing up and he's ready to go. Bloodborne shadows creeping.
Come on in, guys. Come on in.
Ratchet and Clank putting on a show. Could have stopped this if you bought the game, but you just whined and now it's all the same. Whole slate's coming, hear the thunder roll. Whole slate's coming, crashing through your soul. Whole slate's coming, no escaping fate. Whole slate's coming through the Game Pass gate. Whole slate's coming.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? Now it's Sunday evening, and tonight we have a wonderful show for all tonight. So as you come in, don't forget to say something in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if it is you like what you're hearing, support your boy, throw something in the chat. But there was a lot of news this week. And one of the main topics this week that everyone was talking about again was Xbox Helix. Xbox Helix basically dominated the news cycle this week. But we'll get to Xbox Helix a little later down in the show. Let me say shout out to Island Girl Gaming. Guys, don't forget to say something in the chat. I'll shout your name out. And let me again say shout out to Professor Strong. Winning. Yes, Professor Strong. We are winning. Now, the first thing I'll talk about tonight is I will address the elephant in the room. You see, there has been a lot of discussion about co-pilots. a lot of discussion on Microsoft should not bring AI slop into their platform. Now, I do understand that Copilot has a lot of issues on Windows. Copilot, makes your PC crash and so forth. A lot of things could go wrong with Copilot. But if that is not the case with console, I am not seeing the issue with Copilot being in console. Now, I'm going to show you a video here and tell me if you as a gamer, it ever happened to you where it is you didn't know where to go in a game, or you didn't know how to go about with the game, and you went to YouTube to get some, or you went to the internet to get some advice or some a walkthrough as to how to pass that part in the game, right? That ever happened to you as a gamer? Let me just say shout out to the mechanic. What's up, mechanic? What's up, Jay? Just came from the roast the batch over on Web Dave show. Shout out to Flex. What up, man? So yeah, I mean we'll talk about the batch. We'll talk about all of that next. But let's first address Copilot, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. So tell me if you could see any benefit to this feature here on your console. Look at this here, guys. So I'll give you some pretext. This particular game is that they are playing Forza Horizon, and apparently the person who is using the vehicle don't like the type of drive he's getting in the vehicle. Notice what advice Copilot is giving him, and tell me if this is useful, guys. Listen.
For sure. Let's make those turns smoother for you. Right now, I can see your tire pressures are quite high, especially on the rears. I start by bringing those down just a bit. Say around 27
All right.
in the rear and 26 in the front. That should give you a bit more grip and control in the corners.
So right away, we are seeing Copilot telling the driver how to put the pressure in his tire, right? To get the best particular ride and grip and so forth while playing the game Forza Horizon. Listen again.
What should my alignment be?
For your escort, I'd suggest dialing in a bit more negative camber up front, maybe around
Right.
degrees, just to help those tires bite into the corners.
So Copilot has given this particular gamer the exact specifications he need to dominate the race, to make his playtime more enjoyable as he wins more racing. Chat, is that beneficial in gaming, yes or no? I'll let you decide.
In the rear, keep it a bit milder, around negative 1.5 degrees. Then set your toe to 0, so your car tracks nice and straight. And we're all set. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Shout out to Mr. Glass. Mr. Glass, how you going? No, I would admit, if Copilot is giving issues on console, we don't want it. If it is shutting down the console, if it's making the console slower, if there is some sort of bad experience because of Copilot, I agree. We don't want the AI there. But if it is adding value to the console, if the console is running well, then I don't see the big hoopla where everyone is making videos right now about Copilot being, bad for console. Hey, let me say shout out to Brisket Clown, landlord. What up, Brisket Clown? Peace and blessings to everyone. Shout out to you, Brisket Clown. Right? So this is another game, and the person playing the game don't know where to go. Notice what she said. Notice what she said here.
How do I open Duriel's sword?
Silver Fox, shout out to you,
What's on
man.
your screen there, Warlock Spawn.
Shout
To
out
open
Silver
Duriel's
Fox.
sword, you'll need those corrupted horns of Duriel that the prompt is asking for.
No
Make sure you
PlayStation
collect those
6.
horns by King Duriel himself in the Echo Duriel boss fight. So you gotta farm him a couple of times so you get enough horns. Then you can interact with that stash. and
So
claim them.
Copilot is telling this
So it's a bit
person
of a ride,
exactly
man.
what to
You're
do.
already on Torment 4 and in Paragon level 268, so you're in great shape.
Yeah.
All
No.
right, it's my first first time playing. How do I get to a
This
ship?
is Sea of Thieves.
All right, Warlock Phone, welcome aboard. First things first, every new pirate in Sea of Thieves starts out from an outpost island. Just head down to the dock area, and your ship is usually waiting there, ready to go. Now, the sloop is your starting ship. Super easy
Yeah,
to handle
yeah.
solo, so hop on board.
I could see this feature being very useful in gaming. Instead, a person have to go on YouTube or go on their phone to find out where to go. It's right there available on the system. Now, again, if it is damaging to the system, to the experience of the game in any way, shape, or form, okay, no problem. Take it out. But if it's not doing that and it's adding value to your experience, I believe persons are overblowing this co-pilot situation here.
Hey, take your time. There's no rush to be a legendary pirate on your first day.
Okay, how do I get on the ship?
Just climb right up that ladder on the side there, and you'll be on your ship in no time. It's pretty straightforward. Once you're on deck, you can start exploring the ship and get used to the control. So go ahead and climb aboard. What's
Yeah.
the first part of the ship you want to check out?
Yeah.
I guess I need to learn how to sail.
Absolutely. Let's get you sailing. So once you're on board, the first thing you do is raise the anchor.
Yeah.
That big wheel
I can see this being useful.
Track with it and push it all the way up. Then you want to set your sailing using those ropes you see near the sides. That'll catch the wind and get you moving. And hey, if you want a little guidance on navigation, that ship's map downstairs is your best friend.
So everyone is saying that Copilot, Microsoft is putting Copilot into Xbox, and this is the worst decision they made. As you could see here very clearly, guys, right now Copilot basically showed the gamers what they can do to improve their experience. I can't tell you how many times persons would have given up playing a game because they couldn't get past a particular area. That happened many times. And if Copilot is there to help individuals, maybe pass a section, find out something, I don't see what is the big deal on this. Yeah. So again, concerning the Copilot situation that happened this week, it is overblown. This is a good feature in the event that Microsoft gets it working well on console, that it don't crash the console, make the console slow, or it don't, interfere with the experience, but enhance the experience. So I am seeing this being good. So that was the Copilot situation this week. Now I'll tell you something. As you all know, Marathon was released about 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. And Marathon failed to reach 100,000 players at launch. Now, that is very bad because, if you intend to have longevity in any live service game, you at least need to pass 100,000. Now, although there are a lot of persons who are excited for Marathon, that it begs the question: if Marathon didn't cross 100,000, then what about Horizon Hunter Gathering? What would a Horizon Hunter Gathering do when this particular game releases? Listen to Luke Stevens here, and let's see what he says. He had a little insider tip for us. Listen.
Not great. You usually want to start with, this is really fun. Let's turn it into a full.
Let me start it over.
Multiple people who are either directly involved in making the game or who have played it in some capacity. And even among the people who are making it, I have not found a single person who likes it.
So you heard what he said there? He is speaking to some of his developers, friends who is actually making Horizon Hunter Gatherers, and they themselves don't even like the game. You could be that. The people, when it is you ask a dev, hey, are you enjoying Horizon Hunter Gatherers? This is how they reply.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is how the devs reply. These devs who are actually making the game, it said, when these devs hear Hey, are you having fun playing Horizon Hunter Gatherers? This is what the devs do. This is what the devs do. Hey, listen to me. So Luke Stephens or Luke Stevens, sorry, is saying even the devs making the game is seeing an issue with the game. Listen.
Like, I think they're hoping that it eventually clicks and becomes fun and enjoyable. But like all of the feedback I've heard about it is like what are we doing? What are we doing? It is a game. It is a live service game in search of an audience and in search of fun. And that's not great. You usually want to start with, this is really fun. Let's turn it into a full game. That's not what's happened here. So I would bet you
So if Concord had only 88,000, that was its peak, I am not seeing Horizon Hunter Gatherers, reaching 100,000. I'm not seeing that.
good money. The Horizon game is going to do significantly worse than Marathon unless something significant changes. Because even now, you've seen it. Like I even have the video. Hold on. So this guy, if you don't know, if you are not familiar with his game, this is Arctics. Arctics. He is a really cool guy. Met him a couple times, and he does a lot of coverage on, like similar to Joe Raptor, does a lot of like coverage of.
For years of us knowing it's been in development, but not seeing anything concrete about it, Horizon Hunters Gather.
Let me just say, based on what I'm seeing, a lot of Horizon fans are not feeling this game. A lot of Horizon fans are not feeling this game. Hit the like button, guys.
This is the Horizon Online project from Guerrilla Games, has finally been revealed officially. And I have a lot of thoughts, and I know you do too. So we're going to watch this trailer together, and I'm also going to dive into some of my thoughts on it and what I'm seeing people reacting to and all of that. But first, I do want to say, like, you should absolutely go and follow and see like his whole video and everything. He has played it, he said, but he can't really talk much about it. But like, listen to this little tidbit too. It was revealed. I didn't know that it was happening. I wasn't intentionally a much lower key reveal through this blog post and just having the trailers go live and also announcing.
How would Sony sell this game? How would Sony sell this game knowing fully well that the cast look like people who frequent Walmart? These persons are looking homeless. Some persons are misshapen. I don't know how Sony is going to sell this hero shooter.
That they're going to be doing a play test at the end of this month. So I think, and I hope, that they are very open to feedback, and they're kind of in a spot right now where they just want to get it out there and they want to get people's input on it, which is a positive thing. Even if you're feeling like this is not what you want to see from the game, it's not really what I want to see from the game in a lot of ways, and we'll talk about it. The other thing I can talk about on the playtest stuff, because it's out there now, because Joe Raptor shared it in one of his videos, there actually was a second playtest that I was not invited to. Now, just being totally candid and honest with you guys, it definitely stings a bit to not have even known about the second playtest until today when the game was revealed. I didn't know that it was happening. I wasn't invited to it. But truly, I think the reason for that is not because they were like trying to keep me out of it, but because what you typically do with playtests like this for any game is you often rotate who's in the playtest.
Listen to me, I don't know how Sony is going to sell this game, but this game looks like it's DOA. Let me say shout out to the landlord, Brisket Clong, for that massive $20 super chat. When he's saying here, these ponies exclusively running from this lesson, they never will learn. And this is what I'm saying, Brisket Clong. I think that you could beat, or you could lash these ponies until morning and they still ain't going to lose. Hold on. Come here, ponies. Get up. Come on. It's not, games as a service. It's not working. Games as a service is not working. I don't know what Sony is doing. They keep pumping out rubbish. after rubbish. So Luke Stevens is saying that he is not hearing not one person excited for this game.
Get like different perspectives and different people's opinions and different people's input.
This is true. I've also seen it if they feel like you are just not who they are targeting and your feedback is therefore not viable or
Right.
valuable, rather. Like they'll just cut you out. Be like, never mind. Because look at this. Look at this.
So I'm not that upset about not having been invited to the second playtest.
Look at who they have as a playtester. Look at the group, the playtesting group. Shout out again to Brisket Clown. Guys, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if it's the first time you're here.
But there's a takeaway here too. And that is, if you look at this photo,
Honest
Look at this.
question. Of course, we all recognize Jor.
Look at this.
It's hard not to recognize.
Look at this
Jor,
group.
Frankly, we all know Jor. Love him. He's fantastic. Love me.
We all know that the majority of persons who are playing these games they are young men, most likely teens or their early 20s. Why would you gather a group of some middle-aged men, mostly female, to get feedback on a game? You need to bring in the target audience. I'm trying to understand what Sony is doing as they get feedback on these games. Could anyone tell me what they are doing?
Some Jor. I recognize Jor and Storm. Okay, you've probably seen a lot of her like short form stuff, YouTube shorts, stuff like that. Do you recognize? Honest question, just honest question. Do you recognize anybody else? And I'm saying this as somebody in my own bubble.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know none of these guys.
in my own bubble, I don't recognize anybody, and I think that's because these are primarily what are called variety streamers. So they play a lot of like smaller, maybe indie games. They play a lot of, variety. They play a lot of different stuff. They are not all in on Horizon. They're not all in on PlayStation games. They're not all in on
Sony is not learning.
They're variety
Mr.
streamers.
Clum,
It's also
this is
like
what they will do. Come on.
the vast majority of the people there are also women, which I just find interesting because you don't typically see that in gaming. Usually it's usually a male-led
Come on.
thing.
running,
Because
come
there's
on.
a lot of
Take
dude
it.
gamers out there, you know?
Take it. You're
So I
not
found the
learning.
selection of who they have here quite interesting. And I was trying to figure out like, okay, well, what does that imply? Like if they cut Arctics out of it, because he says he
Right.
was in the first wave when it was smaller and they did previews and stuff late
Don't
last year. I
run.
think he suggested it was like October or something. And then they cut him out and they bring in more variety streamers. I think, sorry, I saw one of the comments. I think what that suggests is that they realize that this is not going to appeal to Horizon fans.
That's a stupid move. How could you make a Horizon game and not appeal to Horizon fans? Does that make any sense to anybody? You're going to make at least have the base. Have a base of Horizon fans and try to grow the player base, after that. But to start off not having your fan base, there are millions of persons who would have bought Horizon games. And if it is you are not going for that target audience, then what are you doing, Sony? This don't make any sense.
That Horizon fans are not digging it, which is something I can say for a fact that I also have experienced and seen. For example, Jor Raptor, the king himself, when Jor talked about this game, he described it as being like a massive disappointment. Yeah,
Wow.
literally in the thumbnail, I am really disappointed.
Yeah, I think there are like two ways to approach, and I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, of course, on this as well. I will totally be revisiting this. I want people from the Horizon community.
Wow.
Which I think is what they did. They decided we need to get feedback. We didn't do that with Concord. It didn't happen with High Guard. Let's try that.
Guys, High Guard is dead. I mean, High Guard lasts longer than Concord, but currently High Guard is dead. Concord is dead. Right now, things is looking a little okay for Marathon. Marathon is on every platform, but Marathon is still looking shaky. Marathon is still looking shaky, not crossing that 100,000 players.
and give it a shot. Get feedback so we know what people think before it's too late. They did that in October. They got Joe Raptor and Arctics and other people who haven't been made public. They got their feedback on the game. And then they didn't invite some of those people back. Presumably, I don't know this for a fact, but I would guess Arctics probably wasn't that thrilled about what he saw and probably told him.
No, I would say that this game is dead on arrival. Horizon Hunter Gatherers, I don't see how Sony is going to make this game good. However, let's see what the future holds. Let's see what the future holds for Horizon. Now, one of the major talking points in this generation is that the Xbox Series S was holding back the Xbox Series X. That was a major talking point. They said we'll never get to know what the Series X has if it is we still have a parity for Series S, a parity, sorry, for Series S. Now, there's a rumor circulating that Sony is about to come out with a PlayStation 6 portable. Now, if that is the case, guys, wouldn't this be the same situation as the Series S? Let's look at this rumor here. It says PlayStation 6 rumored portable could be in your hands as early as next year. All right, let's see. While a lot of the conversation lately has centered on PS6 and whether it will release in 2027 amid the ongoing RAM apocalypse that's affecting all electronic manufacturers, Sony rumored new handheld has gotten lost in the shuffle. The new piece of hardware has been mentioned by a slew of different snoops over the past 18 months and does appear to be real in development product. Now, I'll tell you something. Back in the day, Sony had the PSP. The PSP sold well. It gave Nintendo a somewhat run for their money. But they came out with the PlayStation Vita, and that didn't do well because Sony didn't support it well with games. And just like how I say that Nintendo would have beat the stuffing out of Sony when it comes to the PlayStation 5 and the Switch 2, bet your bottom dollar, guys, in that handheld business, Nintendo actually beat the stuffing out of listen to me. Sony didn't want to make a next handheld after Nintendo was done with it. Don't run! That was Nintendo saying, don't run, Sony, don't run! Come back! Don't run! That is what Nintendo did Sony with the PlayStation Vita back in the day. It was blows. It was blows upon blows. I mean, it wasn't even funny. But again, it seems like Sony is trying their hands again. They are going to make a handheld. And according to a very reliable hardware sneak on NeoGAF, the rock solid Kepler 2, who leaked the PlayStation 5 Pro in its entirety prior to Sony mentioning it. The portable is still very much planned for next year. In fact, it sounds like it will be a big year for new PlayStation hardware, as he claims both the PlayStation 6 proper and its handheld companions will both launch on 20. Now, if the PlayStation 6 launches, I mean, how long that would have given the PlayStation 5 Pro to do something? 2 years? 2 years and a half? This is not comforting here for PlayStation 5 Pro users because, I mean, if the PlayStation 6 comes out in 2027, they only had a little time to, get value out of their purchase. Hey, shout out to Josh. Shout out to you, Josh. Hit the like button on your way in. So yes, I would love to see the talking point next generation when it is games have to be ported to this handheld portable device. And I want to see if they would have the same discussion. If this PlayStation 6 portable is holding back the PlayStation 6. Now, I would love to see the different features, how they would market this device, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Now, let me just say that one of the biggest games of the year is about to release this week, and that is Crimson Desert. I mean, I can't tell you guys how many times persons would have asked me, you know, what game is that playing in my video? What game is that? It looks cool. I mean, Crimson Desert is a really cool game, and I mean, this game could possibly, if they pull it off well, could get Game of the Year. Now, I'll tell you something. Crimson Desert is a type of game that a lot of persons are saying it's like Zelda. It's like a mature Zelda. But for the past few weeks, we have only been seeing them showing, they have only been showing gameplay via the PC. No one have been seeing gameplay from console. Well, just recently, Digital Foundry would have gotten a PlayStation 5 Pro version on Crimson Desert. And although it ran well for the most part, a lot of persons are saying that the almighty PlayStation 5 Pro, the knees started to buckle. Because look at this here, guys. Look at this. Look at this here. Could the PlayStation 5 knees stand up? Could they hold a solid 60 frames per second? Let's see.
As it did help me identify specific areas where it can and does drop. Most of the time, that involves larger crowds.
So we are seeing here it's dropping to 50, let's say 50 FPS. I saw 41 just now.
Anything involving tons of NPCs or enemies can drop the frame rate. That's not to say there aren't occasional...
So I expect drop in frame rates from the PlayStation 5, from the Xbox Series X, because those consoles are older, right? I expect a game this massive, I expect a game this that has a lot going for it, have drops like that. But the PlayStation 5, according to these ponies, is the world's most powerful console. Why am I seeing 41, 50, and 57 frames here?
Dips in quieter spots like this, but overall, most of the drops will happen when it's busy. The most significant of which occurred during the battle for Bug Hill, as I like to call it. Here, war is waging.
41 frames per second, 51 frames per second. Wow, wow, wow.
Casualties include the frame rate, which drops significantly, making it far and away the worst spot I found in the game so far.
I expect the PlayStation 5 Pro to outperform in every game this generation. This is what Mark Cerny promised. He said with the PSSR, the PISA, you're supposed to be able to get all these frame rates to the top tier. Why am I seeing this at 52 frames per second?
It starts out okay, sometimes hitting 60, sometimes dropping into the 50s, as you do.
43.
But once you actually reach the top of Bug Hill, the specific encampment here,
right,
we start to see some major drops. And I think this is actually made...
Guys, 36, 37 frames per second. I shouldn't be seeing this in the PlayStation 5 Pro. Honestly. This console came out last year. Was it last year? About 2 years? Why is this happening with the PlayStation 5 Pro?
Made worse by kiting enemies around, because I came here before my character was ready and would die instantly if hit. So I have a ton of insects chasing me around. And as a result, we actually see the frame rate slip all the way into the 30s. I believe this section is very specifically CPU limited as it deals with so many active enemies.
Now, it will be very exciting to see how the Xbox Series X would handle this particular mode. I would love to see how the Xbox Series X handle this particular mode. But yeah, if the PlayStation 5 Pro is supposed to be the world's most powerful console, well then show me, ponies, show me. It shouldn't be buckling like this. It really shouldn't. Yeah? But guys, I am excited for Crimson Desert. It seems to be a good game.
Thus, I do recommend the 40 or 60 FPS modes, which help a bit. The thing is, the game feels similarly heavy on PC, even at higher frame rates, so I think it's a design choice.
Yeah.
Now, if not for capturing, I think I'd have probably stuck with the 40 FPS mode, since I feel like it finds a nice balance between image quality and performance. But once we factor in the new PSSR, it might actually make sense just to stick with performance the entire time.
Yeah.
The thing is,
so I mean, again, Crimson Desert is bringing the PlayStation 5 Pro to its knees. I mean, this is sad. According to Josh, this is Scam Station 5. But we'll see if they can optimize it better. We'll see if they could make some patches. And I hope it doesn't go below that for the Xbox Series X version, because I am getting this game. This game looks cool. I am seeing this game being Breath of the Wild, but more graphical, way better. So let's see what this game have in store. I am predicting this game to win Game of the Year, but it's either between this game and Fable. Let's see who will battle for Game of the Year this year. Now, when it comes to this week's news, the news that dominated the week is the Xbox Helix, a PC. Now, I came here on, was it Friday? And I had a podcast where basically Moore's Law is Dead, a pony, mind you, basically embarrassed one of the biggest detractors of Xbox, which is D-Batch on Twitter. And D-Batch was convinced that, guess what? It is a PC. But before I show you that clip, why are these ponies so afraid of Xbox Helix? I will tell you why these guys are so afraid of Xbox Helix. This is why, guys. This is why they are so afraid. Look at this. Look at this. This is what have these ponies trembling in their seats. Look at this. They are afraid of the Helix. They don't know what to do with themselves. Who could say the whole slate is coming? The whole slate is coming. Look at this. This is what the PlayStation community is afraid of. That an Xbox console will be able to play all their favorite games. Is this Ghost of Yote? Is this Ghost of Tsushima? Wow, played on an Xbox? Ghost of Yote. Look at this. This is why they are afraid. This is why Sony is trying their best. Look at the pile of trash playing on. Look at this, guys. So every game that PlayStation has, if it is Microsoft carries on this feature, will be able to play on the new Xbox, the Xbox Helix. That is why they are afraid, and they don't know what to do with themselves. But that being said, this week, as I said before, Moore's Law is Dead embarrassed D-Batch, embarrassed all those ponies who were saying that it was a strictly full PC. Let me just play over for you what was said this week, right? Because I want you to remember it. I want you guys to remember what took place this week. Let me share this here with you, right? This week was a wild week, man. It was a wild week. Look at this here. Bam, 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 bam. What am I doing here? Bam. Look at this here, guys.
might know what's going on with Xbox Next Gen now. So here it is.
This
Here's
is what
going on.
Moslow said this week.
From what I can tell, Xbox is genuinely making an attempt here to make their Microsoft Game Development Kit, or from now on I'll call it GDK, something where you develop a game for Xbox Helix, and then it's very easy to bolt on the needed stuff to make it run on PC.
So Digital Foundry went on record today to say that here what? The Xbox Helix is a PC. Now, my challenge to Digital Foundry is this. If it is that you have to do any kind of additional work to get these Xbox Helix games running on any PC, it's not a PC. It's not a full PC. You can't tell me that you're building a game for PC, but then you have to optimize it for PC. That is not logical. I don't need to be a computer scientist to understand that. If you have to do any work to get this game running on a PC, after you said that Xbox Helix is a PC, well then, you ain't fooling no one.
That isn't an Xbox Helix console. This means that devs will need...
You heard what he said? He said Xbox Helix console. Come again?
A little extra work to launch their games across Xbox and multiple platforms.
Yeah.
To truly support PC. But, and I did reach out,
Most
developers did confirm this. What they're doing here in the pipeline of development should actually cut down on rework compared to previous gens. A couple of developers that were very...
Moslow is dead. Told D-Batch, shut up, man.
Oh, good! One! He ain't getting up!
Very skeptical of Helix, seem more excited today than they did a week ago. So that's cool. By the way, though, that does mean, and I asked developers about this and they agreed, that does mean that Helix exclusives are still possible. I ran this by developers. That you can make a game first for Xbox Helix, and there is still technically some extra work for PC. So who knows, there could still be console exclusives for Xbox Helix. Now look, I still expect 99% of games or more. The developers will put forth the extra 10 to 30% of work to make the game truly a PC game and an Xbox Helix game. But technically, it is extra work. Technically, it
is extra work. If the devs have to make any extra work to get this game running on PC, it cannot be a PC.
It does seem to me like Helix is still going to kind of be a console. It won't just be a PC, and that literally you will boot into Windows 11 and like double click an Xbox Helix app. I don't think that's what it's quite going to be. And actually, this chart here that I'm putting on screen really tells you everything when it comes to game development.
And that's it. So this week, that is what occurred with D-Batch basically getting the snot knocked out of him by Moore's Law is dead.
Oh, no! One and done. He ain't getting up.
Yeah. Well, it's very interesting to see how other PlayStation fans reacted to this particular news. Let's go on to look at Marlon Gaming, and let's see how he reacted. Now, Marlon Gaming always make me laugh. Now, I know Marlon Gaming is a pony, but he always flip-flops. So now he's back on Xbox train. Listen to what Marlon is saying here.
Okay, well, my 10-year-old CPU can't handle this game. And if you do try to play the game, it's just not going to be a smooth experience because there's a bottleneck situation going on. So it's either you're going to be bottlenecked by the CPU or bottlenecked by the GPU. And if the GPU is not powerful enough to be able to handle, the resolution or frame rate that you're trying to achieve, that's going to become an issue for you. Hence why you need to upgrade. Or maybe.
Yeah, he tries hard to be neutral, but we know he loves ponies. We know that Marlon Gaming is a pony at heart. He loves PlayStation. Listen.
Maybe the game is RAM intensive. Maybe it's not even the CPU or the GPU. Maybe it's RAM intensive and relies on the RAM. And if your RAM is not fast enough, then there you go. You see what I'm saying? So it's just to really kind of see this thing right now, just just a small taste of what this thing is going to be offering. Man, this thing is going to be a beast. It's going to be very expensive. And like I said, it's only going to be for that customer that want what this thing has to offer. And
yeah, I don't believe Microsoft is chasing after the basically the huge install base. This is for dedicated Xbox fans who want the most premium device. This is for, so this console will not be held back by anything. This console is for a premium experience. Start saving your money, guys.
And only what this thing has to offer. Yeah, if you have a PC, a high-end PC, maybe you don't have to necessarily buy something like this. Lord. Thank you.
I like their approach of having studios make one version of a game that is the same on PC and console.
100%.
Move away from multiple versions.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And
this console is basically a dream. It's basically a dream for the devs. Yeah.
Let me say this.
No way.
Let me say this.
Lord. Thank you.
Let me say this.
So Helix cannot play
Hey, shout out to Lost Black, right? So by the time Steam Machine comes out, or you tell me you can run GTA 6 with high specs?
GTA 6 until it's on PC.
No,
that's not true. That's not true.
So this person and this person really comes in time with what Lost Black says. Lost Black, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. But some persons believe that Xbox Helix won't be able to play GTA 6, right? But that is not the case. Remember that not only would Xbox Helix be able to play every Xbox game, every Xbox console prior with this latest new backwards compatibility, but this console is not a full traditional PC. It still has console elements that person will need to develop for. So GTA 6 will run best on the Xbox Helix.
That's not true. You have to remember. Let me highlight this for you. Okay.
Look how excited he's going to get.
This thing is going to be able to play Xbox games. So you're getting the best of. This is what makes this so good, man. This is what makes this so good. You are going on this Helix. You are going to be able to remember this thing has full backwards compatibility.
Right.
For every Xbox out there, Series X, S, the original Xbox 360, everything, right? Including PC as well. Think about that. So again, when it comes to GTA 6, you're doggone right. You're going to be able to pop in, whatever version it is.
Listen to me. This is why the PlayStation community is so afraid. They don't want GTA 6 to be running well on this new console at all. They don't even want it on the new console. Hey, what's up, El Nini? El Nini, shout out to you and the family, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on your way in.
Is that you want to play and game, you know what I'm saying? And I have an issue. Or if you want to play it on PC, you can play it on PC. Boom, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
This console is going to be wild. This console is going to. Persons don't understand what Microsoft is doing. This is a real innovation, merging PC and console in one. Crazy.
I have anything to worry about. This thing is going to be able to do everything you want it to do. You see what I'm saying? And it's very interesting because the only thing that I'm thinking about, right, man, Sony cannot be for real, bro. There is no way Sony is going to allow games to still remain on.
No, Marlon Gaming is angry with Sony. Listen.
PC, bro. There's no freaking way. There's no way.
Oh, no
There's no freaking way,
Lord.
bro.
Thank you.
There's no way. Let me go ahead and change.
So it's gonna play Xbox games natively.
Yep. You doggone right. You doggone right. This thing is a monster. Let me go ahead and change my thumbnail. I'm sorry, guys. I'm using the same thumbnail. I forgot to update it. Let me update my thumbnail. Yes.
So remember, guys, this particular console has a high possibility. I believe it's going to be released in 2027. Because notice what this commenter said. Xbox Series dev kits went out in March 2020, and the Series X console released in November 2020. So it's going to come out in 2027.
This thing is going to be able to play Xbox games. I'm sorry, let me update my thumbnail. Xbox games and PC games.
Yeah.
This thing is going to be able to handle whatever you throw at it
Whatever
when it comes to Xbox. Let me change my thumbnail. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all probably wondering what the heck is he doing with that?
This is why the PlayStation community is so afraid of this box. All your games, the whole slate.
That thumbnail from yesterday. There we go. We just updated it. This thing is going to be able to handle every single thing that you throw at it when it comes to the...
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Support your boy. Throw something in the chat.
Xbox ecosystem, right? Every generation. Remember, Sarah Bond already talked about this, right? You know, the next generation of Xbox, you know, backwards compatibility to, you know, all versions of Xbox, or, you know, Xbox Play Anywhere, all this stuff in one box.
I mean, Marlon is so excited about this, man. He's
everything that Microsoft has to offer in one box. This is a jack of all trade system. I try to tell you guys, this thing is going to play Xbox console and PC games. So for instance, GTA 6, you are going to be able to turn on your Helix and be like, all right, you know what? Let's go. I'm ready, bro. Fire up GTA 6 and be able to play that mode.
No,
you know what I mean? Even on the PC side, when it comes out for PC, you're going to be able to play it.
Wow, Dota 2, StarCraft all on the new Xbox.
So a lot of PlayStation fans are downplaying this particular console.
This thing.
But it's very clear that this console is going to play the best version of any game.
Bro, this thing is going to be a monster.
Yeah.
You have to understand, Microsoft just confirms AMD FSR Next. That's their next generation of upscaling technology.
No way.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my lord. Thank you. Thank you.
This thing is going to be...
If that's the case, it's a worth buying console.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
If I
you know Microsoft, look, man. Look.
Look at this guy. Look at this shot here. He says, I am getting the next Xbox and also getting the Steam machine this year. I sold my PlayStation 5 Slim to my little cousin. If I want to play exclusive from PlayStation, I'll just use my PlayStation Portal. Wow. Wow. Look at that.
You know Microsoft is good for this. Now let's dig into this real quick. You know Microsoft is good for it, bro. When it comes to that's one thing I can say about Microsoft. When it comes to backwards compatibility, they're good. They are good for it. They're good for it. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that hold on, let me see what this is. The fact that what did I tell you guys? What? Thank you, Cheeto.
Hey, look at Malin.
What did I tell you guys, bro? Breaking news. What did I tell you guys? Hold on to your freaking seats right now. What did I, bro? I even said it before this joint was even confirmed. Bro, I told you guys. Bro. I told y'all. I freaking told y'all.
Listen to my
freaking told you guys, man. Listen to your boy. I told y'all. All 4 generations of Xbox on one box. I told y'all.
Deadpool, Marvel,
before this was even sent to me, I told you. I said, look, this thing is going to be, this system is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that You can play 4 I'm about to leave. Sony, you tripping, bro. Sony is tripping. You gonna let Microsoft sit there and do this? When this is why it pisses me off. You know what? Let's leave that for another time. We should have been had that on PS5.
I remember when someone said that the entire PlayStation library would be on PlayStation 5. I remember that. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. And it never happened. It never happened. These PlayStation fans got sold a dream. They thought that here what they would have gotten all the generations before, but that was a lie.
You know what I'm saying? The last time we felt like this was on the PS3. You know what I mean? We were able to play PS1 games, PS2 games natively on the system. You're joking. You're joking. With PS5, oh no, just PS4 games. That's it. We can't play PS3, PS2, and PS. This is why I give Microsoft their flowers, bro. This generation, this is why I give them their flowers, because
Sony don't care about backwards compat games. Sony don't care about it. Sony want new money, and Sony want if you are to get an old game and it's upscaled or it's better, you must pay them $10 for it. If you want an old game playing better with better frame rates, looking better, pay us $10 for it.
With the Series X, the backwards compatibility for Series X is nuts.
Guys, don't forget that
literally most people bought the Series X at the time for their backwards compatibility. The way how Microsoft treats backwards compatible game, and don't sit there and tell me you don't care for older games or you don't care for backwards. That's, man, whatever. I guess maybe everybody is different, right? But I am telling you, that's a huge selling point to this day. People get on Sony all the time. Where is full backwards compatibility? Why his system don't have full backwards compatibility? Come on, bro.
The modding community are going to go crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh, the modding community is about to be nuts. Are you crazy?
So I mean, this week a lot of things happened with the Xbox Helix. A lot of sold. There's a lot of pony guys that were very excited for it. But let me just give you guys one more news that a lot of PlayStation fans were angry about this week. I'm just going to give you guys one more. Look at this here. This week, a lot of ponies got angry for this. They didn't believe that Square Enix would not give them, this game, which is Octopath Traveler. It's saying here that this week, the release of Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, itself originally a Switch 2 exclusive, now on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Now, why would Square Enix not put one of their games on the 92 million shipped console? Sony is their community buys so much games. Why would Square Enix decide not to do this? The inclusion of Play Anywhere indicates some sort of deal with Microsoft. Although, again, that's speculation that they're speculating that. It follows the release of acclaimed visual novel, right? Earlier, the Maiden's Curse, earlier this year, itself only available on the Switch and PC model. So this gamer here is angry that that Square Enix did not bring this game. The game is skipping PlayStation. That's what they said. This game is skipping PlayStation. He even cursed and say he don't know why it's skipping PlayStation. Then another guy said, where is it? Another guy said a number of games was missing. Look at how many games missing, guys. Bravely Default, skipping PlayStation. Dragon Quest Monsters, skipping PlayStation. Harvestella, skips PlayStation. Dragon Quest Treasures, skips PlayStation. A lot of these games Square Enix is telling PlayStation.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That is what Square Enix is selling PlayStation, right? So we went from PlayStation having exclusive games from Square Enix to Square Enix taking away some of their games from PlayStation, right? So this is what had these ponies so angry this week. This guy says, where's that multi-platform strategy you promised us? That's what he said, right? Where's that multi-platform strategy you promised us, Square Enix? Square Enix is saying they are not going to get Bravely Default. So all I can say to these ponies is,
gotcha. Gotcha.
That's all I could say, right? I mean, you should be asking Square Enix for this game.
Where is Factions?
Where is Factions?
You told us to wait. We waited, and you're still not here. Neil Druckmann, where are you?
Where are you, Neil Druckmann? So, I mean, a lot is happening.
All right, let me ask you a question.
These ponies will continue to act hungry. Come on. Come on, fight it. Hungry pony, you hungry bastard. Let me just say this week was marvelous. I put out a lot of content this week. This week was stupendous, guys. Guys, thank you for showing up and showing out. Thank you for all in this chat. Let me just say, the Aboriginal, shout out to you, man. Now seeing you in the chat there. Lost Black, thank you for showing up. Professor Strong, of course, the landlord. Brisket Clong, shout out to you. Shout out to all you guys in the chat who supported tonight, who hit the like button, who was participating in the chat. We had a wonderful show. This week was a marvelous week, as I said before. Let's see what next week holds. Next week, we have Crimson Desert coming out. I'm buying that on the Xbox Series X. Let me know where you are buying it. Let me get some guesses of what it will be on Metacritic. Before we leave, what do you think Crimson Desert will get on Metacritic as a final score? I think it will get, let me see. I think, I don't want to give you an exact number. I think it will get 80, let's say it will get 85. I'm struggling between 85 and 87. I believe Crimson Desert will be high 80s, 85 or 87. I'm more leading to the 87. Yeah? But yeah, I mean, it's an exciting week. Let's see what happens with this Crimson Desert game and so many other games that has come out. Flex says 89. Woo, Flex, that's a big number. Lost Black says 92. If the performance holds, Brisket Clong says a 90. These are some high numbers. So, I mean, we have a lot of high expectations for these games. I really hope they deliver, especially with the console. I'm kind of skeptical with console, but let's see. Just as what Lost Black says, let's see if those frame rate holds up, the performance holds up in this Crimson Desert. So, guys, take it easy. Let me hit you one song before we go. One song for the road. Yeah, man. Come on. Come on. Woo, buddy. Guys, take it easy, man. You all be safe. Tomorrow is Monday. Take it easy, take it slow. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to put God first and mankind after. I'm out of there. Peace out, guys.